Hey guys, welcome back to Tame Mayhem Live. I'm George.
I'm Mauro.
And today you're going to see me go toe-to-toe with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and if I'm lucky, a huge rock itself.
And you're going to see me commit tax fraud. Guys, everything's fucking deductible.
That's for goddamn sure. At least for today it is. No, but we asked you guys a couple of questions. So we asked you if you or anyone you know have or used to have any irrational fears or weird habits.
And you guys are fucking weird. There's some really good ones here.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty scary. It's like, because some of these fears are so irrational, but like they freak me out now, you know?
Yeah, but like others are also not so irrational.
No, yeah,
know?
a lot of
Others
them are
like,
well justified.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as weird as you guys think, so let's go ahead and hop in. So, the first one to come, we start off with a question. At Goulash on Twitter, their question was, have you ever been scared of something you only encountered in your dreams?
So as a child, I actually used to have this nightmare that was very like vague. It probably only lasted like a minute, if we're being honest. It was like my door like kind of open, but like kind of in the process of being shut by some like force or whatever. And like the only thing I saw was just kind of like the light between like, you know, coming through the door being shut. And like for some reason that would always like make me wake up in like a sweat.
Is that
Yeah,
just light?
like, and I have no idea what it was about or anything, but I remember every time I had the dream, I could never sleep. Like,
my
it was,
God.
and I don't know what it was. It's not like it was particularly scary. It was just like annoying.
Right. How many, and I guess you should say, how many times did you have that nightmare? Like, in a month?
Sometimes in a month, I would have it like every week. So like
Oh my God.
4 to 6 maybe. Other times I wouldn't have it for like months on end, maybe a year.
That's really fucking
Yeah,
frequent,
it,
dude.
it stopped whenever I was like 10 or whatever, but it was pretty rough.
Yeah, no shit. I guess for me, my nightmare I keep coming, like, that keeps reoccurring. There's the fact that, like, so I saw Mirrors as a kid, which is a shitty horror movie nowadays, but back in the day,
Right.
I was fucking terrified of it. And I just remember my reflection, like, doing something happens in the movie. I think she like rips her jaw open and shit
Oh,
like
God.
that. And so I think right before I do that, I always like wake up out of my sleep. I'm like, I can't no.
The only mirrors
Yeah.
I fuck with is the one by Justin Timberlake.
Exactly.
So-
And even that, I mean, it's not like I'm scared of mirrors because like when I'm awake, I'll
Right.
do
right.
shit in the mirror. But
Yo, in a dream, it
Only
means
dream.
bad fucking news.
yeah, no kidding, dude. So yeah, so fucking my fear of mirrors is something I fear only in my dreams.
All right. But so Goulash's irrational fear. So as a kid, she had a reoccurring nightmare that sharks were in her pool. And to this day, she's actually still terrified of the deep sea.
Which is justified.
Yeah, no, that part is justified. I just think having sharks in your swimming pool, that's a weird way to cause that. I gotta be honest.
And I gotta be honest, I had that fear too. Not in my swimming pool, but like I would go to the YMCA
Right.
and I would swim in the lap pool, and the lap pool's like 6 feet deep, which doesn't sound like a lot.
Right, but I'm not even 6 feet tall.
Exactly, so it was a lot to me as a kid
Yeah.
too, and so, that it would be dark, and I would have the same fear basically. Like not maybe a shark or like just a squid or something was down there with
squid.
me. Yeah.
Sheesh. You know what? I think the Olympics would be a lot more entertaining if the swimmers had to be swimming away from a shark. Just make the shark have no teeth. You know, just give him the fear.
That sounds horrifying for the shark. Like,
Yeah, actually.
it's like, yeah, we should.
Or they can
take-
have a mouth guard. How about that? A
Okay,
retainer.
Yeah, that seems more appropriate. Like, you just got to swim fast, dude.
But no, being terrified of the deep sea. I think Finding Nemo did that one for me. Like
whenever the abyss. Is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with that whole
To go into the drop
little
off.
fish. I don't even know what it's called, but like the whole lantern thingy on it. It was terrifying to me. I hated it so much.
It's a lantern fish. It's
a
literally
lantern
It's
fish?
a lantern fish. Literally.
God, so practical, by the way.
But no, yeah. As a kid, I thought it was an eel, and I don't know why, but it obviously wasn't long enough to be an eel. But I was terrified of that, and then I also saw I saw Titanic before I saw Finding Nemo.
Jeez.
So I was already like fucking like, oh,
Yeah,
ocean's
water
kinda scary.
Yeah, well, water is not a good place to be, honestly. That's why none of
yeah.
us live in it. Come on.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying. And plus the fact that we only explored like 5% of it. That's horrifying.
Actually, yeah, we can't even like get into the deeper parts, man. We just have to guess about it.
I
It's
know,
like
they're
that,
just like,
I don't like not knowing who my neighbor is. You know what I mean?
I know what's down there. So another one that we had on Twitter is at David. Sent his irrational fear was watching Criminal Minds and thinking that the things that would happen in the show were gonna happen to him.
Which is, I would say, it's kind of justified. You know?
Yeah.
There's a reason that they show that stuff. Like it's shit that can happen every day, I guess.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
the point of the show. It's just
Right.
like everyday, basically what they have to go through every day,
Right?
like what the police officers have to do.
Just like the whole awful shit that they have to see. Like, but dude, why are you watching that as a kid?
I know,
You know what
fucking
I
Criminal
mean?
Minds, like I would understand. Criminal Minds it's because I think it's PG on.
Oh, is it?
Which
I've
is
never
fucking
really seen it.
yeah. They're like it's PG, but there's fucking murder and everything else on it.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah, being afraid of being murdered is justified. It's a good.
Or kidnapped or anything like that.
Yeah,
Trafficked.
Trafficked. Yeah, this is a popular topic.
The big three,
Yeah,
right?
the big three. It's terrifying.
Alrighty, so another one we have is Spartan D34 on Twitter. So his fear, or no, someone he knew had a fear of fruits. They were terrified of fruits. The idea of citrus was terrifying to this person. I don't know what has to happen, you know? Like maybe, so you know how like you have some chemicals that are like lemon scented?
Yeah.
You know, maybe they just got too much of that and they passed out, right?
See,
They just were huffing the pledge.
see, I can sort of understand because I remember I would eat fruit as a kid all the time. It wasn't that, but whenever somebody mentioned the word citric acid to me,
Right.
and that they told me that it's basically in everything, I was like afraid that if I eat too much fruit, my face was gonna melt off because it's an
Yeah,
acid.
citric acid sounds lethal.
Yeah, it sounds horrifying, but sugar water. is what
Right,
it is.
exactly.
But yeah, that fucking horrified me as a kid. So yeah, I can sort of see where he's coming from.
Right? I wonder if they ever grew out of it, you know? Like, what would it take to convince you that fruit is, like, not harmful to you, considering that everyone else eats it?
I mean, a coconut could be very harmful.
I guess. I mean, you
coconut.
can make anything into a weapon, if you think about it. I'm sure you could make strawberries into something.
A nice sturdy cucumber as a baton,
Yeah, just like a nightstick. Just
It's gross. But yeah, the idea that of a fruit killing you, I guess I guess because they say
maybe he's just allergic to every fruit.
maybe, or I was thinking of more along the lines of the wild berries that are poisonous.
Right.
So I wouldn't say they're 100% harmless, but
Big fruit,
close.
like big vegetable, is actually trying to kill all the fruit consumers by planting poisonous fruits throughout the supermarkets.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that's a reasonable fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I recently watched a video about just how poisonous some of the everyday produce is. Like, if you take a cup of, like, can't remember exactly how it was, but if you take like 4 pounds of almonds or something and you eat them all, you will die.
Who the fuck is eating 4 pounds of almonds?
I know,
though?
that's what they just say because they just estimated, I guess, because they were like, this almond has a certain level of poisonous to it, and then fucking kills you if you eat too much. And they were like, oh, well, I guess it'll take like 4 pounds to kill you. But that's scary.
That's like not that much, but it kind of is, but it kind of isn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really know. I'm allergic to shit like that, so
It's nuts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Peanuts, tree nuts, the like.
But yeah. So, and then, but it was just like a bunch of, one of the big ones was like, cashews are extremely poisonous. They have to boil the outer shell off, and then you can eat them.
Jeez.
So yeah, plants are pretty fucking deadly.
Yeah, right? Now I'm afraid of fucking plants.
I know, so I was thinking about that. I was like, well, now
My
I'm
plant in the
scared of
kitchen's gonna
plants.
like try to kill me now that I have this information.
Yeah, my little herb garden is planning a revolution as we
Right?
speak. They're
They're
planning a coup.
They're gonna grow arms and like snatch you. Be like a Venus flytrap almost.
Oh, jeez. But Spartan D34 also had a weird habit. So every night as a kid, he would lay his feet where his head would go, and then right before bed, he would switch and sleep normally, you know?
Yeah, so like in his bed, he would lay down backwards and then lay down the correct way.
Yeah.
That's what? Why?
I mean, more power to you. I mean, kids are fucking weird and they do shit like that, but
That sounds awful to me because it's like I wouldn't want my feet to be where my head goes at night. You know? Like, because if I'm like, even if I'm stepping on like the floor in the home, I don't want dust and shit like that.
Yeah, even if I'm stepping out of the shower, you know,
Right?
like I'm fresh out of the shower, I'm just going straight to my
Yeah.
room to go to bed. I still wouldn't do that.
There's no reason. There's no reason for my feet to be at my pillow.
I know. That's
What?
But
What?
more-
Yeah.
more power to you,
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly. I mean, if it makes you sleep better, maybe I'm gonna actually try that.
yeah. I mean, what is it about it that was alluring?
I think it's like a placebo, right? So that way he feels more accomplished before you go to bed,
oh,
and so that way you're like, okay, I can sleep better now that I've like done that thing.
Or I was thinking about like, what if
It's like a mental sleeping pill.
yeah, like what if he every time before he started doing this, every time he would lay down on his bed first time, like head where it's supposed to go, he'd be like, oh, I can't get comfortable, because you know some people are like, oh, I can
Right.
never get comfortable in bed. So what if he actually lays in a position that's uncomfortable? Then he's like, wow, this kind of sucks, and then he switches to the normal position, which is comfortable.
Right.
So-
I've actually, I mean, there are some times where I'm like that in bed, where I'm laying down and I'm like, I need to move, but I don't want to move yet because I want the next move I make to be that much sweeter.
and that to be that perfect. Yeah, because you make that move and it's false, you're just like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Then you just do like a bunch of rollers.
Exactly.
You're yourself out.
Yeah, you're basically making yourself into like a worm with your own blanket. You're just wrapping it around yourself. It's
You're
not
like-
good for business.
It's not. It's a fucking annoying. I do that. I know I do that, and it's bad.
Yeah, I guess we all have nighttime rituals now that I think about it.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, we started calling it a weird habit, and then we're like,
Yeah.
you know what? It's not. It's reasonable.
Yeah,
it's actually.
I wish my sleeping routine could be that simple. Now that I
honestly,
think about it.
Yeah, no shit. Like, cause I don't know what makes me sleep, but the
Right.
fact that he knew like doing that little movement puts him to sleep. Fucking, you're a genius.
Now I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put like plastic bags on my feet, and then I'm gonna try it.
I was like, I'm gonna put plastic bag on my head. Make sure I get sleepy.
Oh man.
Oh, that's fucked up, George.
Yeah. So we had another response on Eric _ the second on Twitter. So his fear is of owls, toucans, geese, and pretty much any other large bird. So no one tell him about the ostriches, the penguins, the eagles, the now extinct dodo, the flamingo, my old neighbor.
You know, she's a bed, is she? She's a big bed.
Man, big birds can be like the penguin.
Fucking Big Bird
Yeah.
from Sesame
Oh,
Street.
big bird.
He's
Yeah.
7 feet tall.
What kind of bird is he supposed to be?
Who cares? He's 7 feet tall.
Aren't penguins that tall too?
7 feet tall? No,
Yeah.
I don't think
No.
penguins get that tall.
They're
Maybe,
probably
I
as
don't
tall as
fucking
us, though, right?
I feel like they are at least 5 foot, like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, that's still pretty fucking tall.
Yeah, that's taller than some people.
Do you think a penguin could body you though?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
feel
can't
like
even move. Like they don't have like arms.
yeah.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what
be
I mean?
like I'm gonna be slipping and sliding on the ice, and then if I get body checked by a fucking penguin, I'm going down. I know it.
I don't know. I
what
feel
you
like
may.
you might be able to withstand that. You know, like what's the mass of a penguin? Like an emperor penguin. You know,
I need to double
a
check.
male emperor penguin, the alpha,
or I
if
think
you will.
I think it could be one of those species that the female is bigger.
The John Cena of emperor penguin, if you will.
I need to see this. What's his name? The big ass penguin from Surf's Up.
Oh,
Big Z.
man. Big Z.
Big
the
Z.
Big Z of penguins.
Big Z and Tank. Those big ass penguins. Can't believe I fucking remember that.
Penguins, come on the show. Yeah, let us
Explain
know.
yourself.
Let us know.
But yeah, so he says that this is irrational. It's not. I don't think it is.
See, I think the owls, I've never actually seen one, so I can't attest to that.
They're pretty
Neither
big.
or toucans, you know. I could be afraid of ostriches, though. They're fucking fast.
They're fast
you know?
and they're dumb.
That one could totally trample you.
They're fast and they're stupid.
Aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid ass birds. All animals are dumb, first off. But the ostriches are especially stupid. All that brawn, no brain. You
Yeah.
don't deserve
You
it.
just like
Save it for the rest of us.
look
you
up at the
goddamn
sky and they
selfish-ass
drown themselves.
bird.
that's so fucked up, George. But no, yeah.
so tired of ostriches in the shit.
or emu.
Emus.
The
Those are
ostriches.
birds?
The ostriches. Australian cousin.
Right.
Emu. There was a fucking war. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah,
Australia went to
yeah,
war
they
with
did.
emus, and they lost. They fucking lost.
Those are some ass birds right there.
Those are some badass birds, dude. So yeah, and plus whenever you said like larger birds like eagles, they have
Right.
talons.
Yeah, eagles can fuck you up. I
Eag-
feel like an eagle could pick me up if it really wanted to.
Or a group of eagles. You know.
Yeah, if there's two, I'm totally done for. There's
Yeah.
no way I can fight that.
Yeah, if you go to the zoo, they usually have the eagle wingspan. It's 6 feet.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Fucking huge.
The president's Secret Service used to actually be just eagles.
Yeah. Yeah. But
It's true.
yeah. So so do hawks. Hawks is another fucking predator bird. They have like these giant talons.
Right. Hawks, I feel like they're smaller than eagles, though, right?
They're smaller, but and vultures. Vultures is another big ass one.
Vultures are nasty ass.
Yeah,
birds.
they're fucking eat you while you're dead.
Stay away, you stinky fuckers.
No, they fucking throw. That's one of their primary attacks. That's their
Right?
special. They throw up on you. They're like,
I hate them, and they just stalk you, waiting for you to die. How rude! How rude is that?
I know, fucking yeah, fuck birds.
Oh God, I hate them all.
There's just surveillance devices for the government, anyways.
Even pigeons, they're dumb too.
Sky
Robins,
rats.
I guess, are okay. I don't know. I've never met one, so
I mean, I've been robin a few times.
yeah. Oh man.
Eric underscore the second also has a weird habit that he can only use the restroom at a place that he frequents or at home. He will not use any public bathroom, and I agree. I'm the same way.
Yeah, that's not weird
reasonable.
at all, right? That's there's totally. I mean, like, there's tons of reasons to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Number one is hygiene. I don't
Exactly.
think those public ones are very hygienic.
If anything, you're doing everyone a favor by not using the restroom. You know, one less person using it, keeping it cleaner for the ones who do. So
you're a fucking hero, first of
Yeah.
all. Hey, Babu, you guys are great. But one of the things that came to mind was since he doesn't want to use, you're in probably the most vulnerable state when you're taking a poop.
right,
So you obviously want to feel some sort of level of safety.
right. There has to be some comfort around it.
Exactly. You want to be comfortable for that morning shit or that afternoon shit or just when you have to poop.
And if it's like an unenclosed space, you know,
It's horrifying.
like if the floor is so clear, like you can see the reflection of someone else, you know,
It's fucking terrifying. I would never.
even
want
if
to
you can
do
see the other person's feet, right?
Yeah.
Too close for comfort,
that. Yeah. Ew. No, thank you.
right?
Some people are like you can hear because you learn a lot about a person how they take their poops.
God,
Like if the person's on his phone or something, like on his talking on his phone or something while he's pooping.
yeah,
That
man.
means he's
people who can have
overworked.
conversations in public in general, fearless.
Especially when while you're taking a shit.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. I could never do that. I'm
incredible.
always like, just text me. Like, I can't do it. I don't want people somehow deciphering what I'm talking about. Like, no one needs to know.
Right.
It's just not necessary.
So yeah, this is a totally irrational fear. Or a weird habit. I'm sorry, because yeah, I do the same too.
Right.
It's very common. It's not weird. You're normal.
Alrighty. So our next one, Kara Brewer 98 on Twitter. Her irrational fear is cats. And a little bit of a backstory to this one. One time she got in a car with a friend attempting to take a wounded cat to the vet, and it hissed at her. And then she got out of the car. Which I would totally understand that. Because when a cat hisses at you, it's like, I don't know. It's
It
kind
means
of...
Stay the fuck away
Yeah,
from me.
like I would be a
I will-
little scared, you know, because you don't know. Like they could, they have 4 legs. They're fairly sharp most of the time.
Yeah.
They could fuck me up.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, just even whenever my cat accidentally scratches me too hard, I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? That hurt. So imagine it with the intent to kill you.
I can't. Like it's hard to pull the claws out of your pants or your shirt already or your blanket.
I know. Once
Like,
they got you, they got you.
Trying to pull it out of your skin. Jesus.
No,
It'd be
thank you.
awful,
But yeah, cats are fucking horrifying.
right?
Like I have a cat, and I'm fucking scared of him. I don't know what he's capable of.
That being said, you always want to be on their good side. You always want to be on a cat's good side
Mhm.
because you never know what's gonna happen.
Fucking, for example, whenever I take too long to feed my cat, the next time that he sees me, he'll bite my Achilles tendon.
Oh,
And
idiot!
He's learned to position himself at the top of the stairs, and he fucking swings at it. I'm like, you little shit.
Why would he bite the foot that feeds him though? That's really dumb.
Because he thinks he's the shit, and he's like, well, this guy, I'm gonna punish him for
right
insubordination.
See, cats are sneaky little fuckers. I don't need that shit in my life.
Yeah, try that with a dog.
Just coexist. That's it. Just take what you can get. That's what we're all doing in life.
Exactly. And I mean, cats is another one of those things that, like, if they get too big, you get a panther, and panthers are fucking scary too.
Yeah, exactly. You have to keep them on the smaller side at all times. Even then, you want them to be tame. Small cat could still fuck you up if it really wanted to.
If it really wanted to.
Not kill you, but it could cause a fucking annoyance.
Yeah. Oh my god. Another one that we got was on Twitter at Chattelin Mark. Yeah, Chattelin Chark. I'm sorry. Her irrational fear was insects. She can't even look at a picture of an insect without screaming.
Yeah, insects are pretty gross, especially the close-ups.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you don't always need those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't scared of bugs until I saw that SpongeBob episode whenever the wormy turns into a fucking butterfly and they showed the close-up on their helmet.
Yeah, that is gross.
Like, I was like, so oh my god. I was like...
It's like, there's no reason you needed to show me that. It's not necessary.
I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? It was horrifying. That one, and then there was a TV show called Too Creepy or Just Creepy, I think. It was on Discovery Kids. It was a long time ago.
Right.
But the chick's boyfriend had like a fly face or something. And I was like, and it was always dripping. And I was like, oh god, this is so fucking nasty.
Ew.
So yeah, insects are horrifying.
That's so ew. Yeah, no, they're bad. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Arachnids too. Fuck spiders.
Like, imagine like you're watching Ant-Man, you know, and then they have the close up of the fucking ant. And it's like, I'm trying to watch a superhero movie. I'm not trying to like go toe to toe with an ant right now.
Oh my god,
you know?
Yeah.
Watching that shit in 3D.
It's so gross.
Come on, like calm down, Marvel. This isn't Planet Earth. This is a superhero movie.
Yeah, it's like documentaries. Some of those documentaries make me uneasy. Whenever they're like showing the close up of the colony or whatever.
It's kind of disgusting at times.
Disgusting.
I would hate to do that. Do you think the insects get shy whenever they're on
they're on camera? They get camera shy?
Yeah.
Well, they have the sensor thingies, so maybe they can sense fucking radio waves or whatever.
Or sense a million set of eyes on them.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh no, this is gonna be broadcast later, I bet.
I was like, we gotta act really hardcore. Let's eat that fucking rat over there.
Yeah. Gotta fucking show off.
Right.
All of nature is actually just like putting on a show for us. Gonna take over.
Honestly, I believe it.
Yeah. Man, go. So our next one, Augie Eve on Twitter. This is kind of related to the insects, but it's a little more specific because her fear is butterflies.
Again, understandable because that SpongeBob episode, it was a monarch butterfly.
Yeah, only the wings are pretty. You know.
Yeah, once you get to the bug bit, it's disgusting.
It's so gross. They're unnecessarily long. They're gross. They got lots of legs, huge eyes,
the big ass nose,
and even the backside of the wings are sometimes ugly.
I know.
Right.
I see. You know those big ass fluffy moths?
No,
they're fucking huge.
For pets, I don't know.
No. They could probably keep it as a pet. It's the size of a fucking mouse. Like they're like gross. That big. They're that big, and then but when they have their wings out, they're like a weapon. Massive. Yeah,
you get a pillow pet of that.
And they're super fucking fluffy for some goddamn reason. And they're like, once I saw that, I was like, nope, because that thing fucking flies.
That's gross.
Exactly.
You're just like gonna deploy that for war.
I'm like Bathers from Animal Crossing. Bugs are the pain in my existence. Yeah, it's true because he's deadly afraid of them. You try to show him a bug, he's like, what the fuck?
And it's like, don't owls eat insects? Like, shouldn't he eat them? Like, why is he disgusted?
Yeah, no, he should be hungry.
Yeah, he should be like trying so hard not to like eat them.
I know.
To fuck up the museum.
Good job.
Jobs are at stake here.
Good job, Nintendo. Fucking moron. Just kidding, Nintendo. I love you guys. So, on Twitter, at the Wizard, though, his irrational fear was that well, not it's not his irrational fear. It was his brother's.
Right.
His brother is deathly afraid of frogs. Like he can't even look at pictures of them.
Frogs, baby frogs are gross. Like the tadpoles. I can get that. I feel like the colorful frogs, though, you know, like the poison dart ones, those are kind of cool to look at.
They're kind of cool to look at, but the fucking...
It's like art.
There's those poison dart frogs that, like, if they touch your skin, you fucking die.
Yeah, for some reason.
Then you got the
How
red-eye
the fuck
tree...
do you get that superpower?
I know. Or you got the red-eye tree frog that if you touch it, the oils on your skin kill it.
Yeah.
That's so...
Yo, that's just a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, humans are bitches for dying from a frog touching you.
Right.
But, you know, you're so delicate that you can't even withstand a touch. Like, that goes for both the frogs and the humans.
Right. Man, I like frogs, though. Frogs are cool.
Yeah, frogs are okay, except they need to have 4 legs. None of that tadpole shit. None of that
No, yeah, whenever they
little
look like...
frogling shit.
Yeah.
They need to... No, I don't
need to
want
be
the
full-grown.
gross ones.
Yeah, they need to be full-grown, not the... Because when they're tadpoles, they look disgusting.
Yeah.
They're just like these little fucking beans just swimming, and they're just like...
Right?
I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so disgusting. But, yeah, frogs are... I'd go as far to say frogs are cute.
You know, if frogs had to, like, go another step, you know how they go from, like, little tadpole bitches to frogs? Like, what would be the next step in that? Like a Komodo dragon?
It's just a bigger
We just start giving it, like, steroids?
Well, technically, George, a Komodo dragon is a reptile.
It's a reptile and amphibians.
Fucking hate myself for knowing that. But, I mean, that just goes to show you my education's doing something. But, I mean, frogs, I used to have a pet frog.
What was its name?
I don't remember. It just showed up in my yard, and I was like, oh, cool, I have a frog now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say frogs are cool.
Alrighty, so our next irrational fear is from Stevie Saxon on Twitter, and they're afraid of fish. So I get this one. I hate the tadpoles. I hate legless shit, especially if it's wet, and it you know, it's just, what's it doing in there?
It swims
I don't
really
know what
fucking
its game
fast.
is. Honestly, we don't even know what a whole lot of the freaking fish are in the ocean because of, you know, the whole deep parts. Like, it sucks.
Tadpoles are just slugs with legs. Facts.
Ugh.
That's so true. It's disgusting.
We don't need them. I wish they were just born frogs. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you have to go through that whole fucking
Yeah.
phase? It's so nasty.
I guess maybe that's why we appreciate frogs so much, is because we have to deal with them at this whole fucking
They're like
delicate phase.
Yeah, once they turn into frogs, they're like, oh, see, it's not total shit.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know why I'm hating so hard on baby frogs right now, but like, goddamn,
fuck fact. Fucking.
get a life.
I know. But back to
But fish, yeah,
But fuck
fish
fish
are even
too.
worse.
Yeah, fish are. The fact that, you know, have you ever seen river monsters and shit like that?
Yeah.
Deadliest cats. Those fuckers are big. You don't think how big a fish is?
Is the Loch Ness monster a fish?
I'd say so. Well, fuck, I guess.
Maybe, or maybe is it like an
it comes up for
advanced
air.
frog? Like, so maybe it's like an amphibian.
Like just a really long-necked frog.
Yeah, maybe like
Probably.
a giraffe of frogs.
I think it's a dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. It's a probably. Well, it comes up for air.
It's an oiled up dinosaur.
It's an oiled up dinosaur. Well,
The
it
Loch
comes,
Ness monster is
I
an
think
oiled up
what's-
dinosaur confirmed.
yeah, it's a amphibian because a turtle's amphibian and it kind of has the same
A
traits.
turtle? I thought it was a reptile.
Turtles? No, turtles are amphibians. 'Cause
Really?
they live in water.
Oh, okay.
Tortoises, maybe.
Oh, I'm thinking of tortoises.
Dumbass.
Oh, look at me.
Dumbass. It's a cryptid. Nice. But no, I remember I can justify my fear because I kind of have a fear for fish.
Did you get like food poisoning at a fish restaurant?
Yeah, I did. And the fact
Oh, that's what it is.
yeah, and not only that, but they serve the way they cook this particular type of dish. They just get the fish,
Right.
they sear it on the pan, lime, spices and shit. Then that's how they serve it to you.
Yeah.
The skeleton's still in there, everything. The head's still on there. I think they take out the eyes and the guts, obviously.
Yeah, you had to eat it like wings.
Oh, God. But basically,
Jeez.
and I remember I felt bad about eating it. First of all,
Why?
but because it's the fucking, you can see the head of the fish. It's looking at you. It's the cold fish.
Is it talking?
No, that was the. That's
And then eat your damn food.
I did, and I was like, I feel horrible about this, and then I fucking got food
honestly,
poisoning.
I feel like I would feel badass if
Hell
I had to
no.
eat fish like that.
No, it's
You know?
so disgusting.
Like, now I'm living like my ancestors.
Oh my god, you're gonna hate it. I'm gonna take you to the restaurant,
Yeah.
and you're gonna fucking hate
It's
it.
gonna be like some van where they just like throw a fish in a fire and then just like throw it to you and like paper. They wrap it around.
You eat it like a hoagie.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, I got some.
They
bone
put it
in that.
between bread and call it a fish sandwich. Sell it for like $15.99.
Oh god.
That's a business idea.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, we could gentrify the the place I was at. Just do that, make it trendy. Disgusting. So moving on to Instagram, we also asked you guys on our Instagram, at breathing waterfalls on Insta. She has a few fucking fears,
Right.
And I was like surprised because I was like, okay, because me and her hanging out a lot. I'm like, oh shit, like a lot of this shit makes sense.
Right.
So first irrational fear is ants, mostly because they're tiny and a fucking army can eat you, and
Right.
they can scatter and they're very hard to kill just because they're so small.
Yeah, especially when you have like those big ass ants, you know?
Yeah.
Like fire ants.
Well,
or-
I feel like fire ants are still tiny, but they have those
have you
giant
seen like
ones.
the huge ones? The
Yeah.
ones that are big for no reason?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Those are like a worthy opponent for me.
I know there's like 800 species of ants, and
Yeah.
like imagine if they all united under one banner, and
There's like
they could
billions of ants.
they could take over the fucking world.
They could like build like a human out of ants. You know what I mean? Just make it like the same size as its opponent and just start throwing punches.
All this big talk on this making me itchy. Good,
Good.
good. It just teaches you. We're teaching. This is anti-ant propaganda.
Yeah. Let's
Anti-ant
rise up
propaganda.
against the fucking ants. Every time I saw ants, I would like try to put water wherever they were at. Try to flood the home base.
And even then, they'll probably fucking live. And now they just have vengeance towards you. But
It's like, what are they doing building in the same place knowing it's going to get flooded? What?
Dumb.
It's your fault,
they're ants. They're
right?
dumb.
Now I have to keep doing it because now I got to make myself, king of the hill.
Literally.
I don't know. Then I go to war with ants and it's a whole thing. Like, animal control doesn't like it. Then the governor has to get involved. I don't know. That's what you call your senators for.
And another one was that she had was getting cut in half by a falling sign.
Yeah. That's Final Destination stuff right there.
And yeah, because a lot of people don't see how fucking massive those signs are.
It's like, the width of that is the size of me, I feel. I feel like I wouldn't be cut in half. Like, I'm getting, I'm mashed potatoes at that
I know.
point.
Because, I feel like it would fall and then, at least flatten one of your sides.
And I'm just a goner.
So, yeah, this isn't, that's absolutely not irrational. That's actually a terrifying, because recently there was on a highway, one of the signs was only standing on one post.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, that shit's going to fucking fly off and cut someone in half.
Yeah, oh, no way, man.
Yeah, those are
I'd hate to win that lottery.
Let's see who gets cut in half by a giant sign. Oh,
1 in
God.
1 billion chance.
If you got cut in half by a sign, what would you want to be cut in half by?
It would have to be, who knows, a sign to say vote blue. I don't actually, probably like a highway sign for I-35.
Just like we're all work ahead.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, I
that
sure
one.
hope it does. That's the one I want.
I like the one where it's like, please slow down, my daddy works here.
Ew. Is that a thing?
Yeah, you see it like, it's actually in a shitty font, and like every other letter is uppercase and lowercase.
Ew.
Yeah, but it's
For
not
what?
effective, I don't feel.
For a
Like-
warning sign, it should all be caps.
I like the one where it's like fines double, when you're in a work zone, like workers present.
A hospital billboard. That's fucking funny.
That'd be the way to go.
Yeah, that's the way I would know. I want to be ironic even in death. Oh my god. Another one was cavity getting infected and spreading to her brain.
Yeah, that's I would say that's fairly irrational. Not to say it can't happen, but as long as you brush your teeth, I feel like you're fine.
Exactly. Like as long as and even then your teeth will probably fall off before it even happens,
Right? Yeah, you have to feel like you have to do some shit.
Yeah, you have to like be you have to take really good bad care of your teeth for that cavity to develop, but you also have to keep your teeth. So it's going to be a weird gray area,
Right.
I don't know how cavities work, dude. So
As long as you just try to keep your shit together, I feel like you're in the clear.
yeah, I mean, I don't
But-
think that's gonna be too bad.
But imagine, I guess, you're genetically predisposed to getting some sort of shit like that in your mouth. That would be ass.
yeah,
Some people do have to live through that.
yeah, and then they have some people are more susceptible to like types of cancer. So if you got
Yeah.
jaw cancer, fuck,
Jesus.
it's actually possible. It's just not common. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Anything's possible.
God damn it! Now I'm actually terrified. I'm gonna go home and fucking brush my teeth like 20 times. That's fuck. I'm gonna look into that. That shit's crazy.
Every time I have free time, I'm brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
I'll say that. And now moving on to her weird habit, because she had a weird habit too. She blow dries her hair with the door open, just because it's so loud and like she thinks someone's gonna come up behind her and kill her.
Yeah, so it's always like blow drying is always behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Of all the things you could keep confidential.
Blow drying. But no, that's
No, they are loud.
They are loud.
They're
I mean,
super loud. So I get that one.
yeah, but I mean, the chances of them breaking into your house for the intent to kill,
Right?
is
Like robbers want to avoid an occupied house. If anything, you're telling the robber they don't want to be there.
I know they pop in, they
That's
hear
a
the
warning.
thing, and then they're like, "Oh shit, let me
Yeah.
bounce real quick." Exactly.
And you're sure as shit not gonna hear them because, of course, it's loud as fuck. But they don't want to be there either.
Yeah.
That's why I keep my blow dryer on all the time.
Exactly. And I'm always here, guys. It's the new because you know people used to leave their lights on.
Yes,
It's the modernized version of that.
exactly. Alrighty, so moving on, Sarah.Coker said that her irrational fear is Slender Man. And any Slender Man or
Just a tall, skinny man.
tall, skinny men.
But I remember whenever this creepypasta first popped off,
Yeah.
and I'll say that I was terrified of it too.
Yeah, it was a fun little legend. But I feel like they could have done more to make it scarier in the pictures.
Yeah, I mean
It was just a faceless mannequin.
I know
Like, that was it.
Jeff the Killer was scarier.
Yeah, Jeff the Killer is it's too much. I know we've
I
talked
still
about
can't
this
look.
before.
Yeah, I still can't look at the fucking picture, but
But Slender Man has nothing on that.
yeah, I feel like the actual terrifying part about Slender Man was that I don't know if you heard this, but a couple young girls killed their
Yeah.
friend. They didn't kill her.
It
They
was in, like, the
stabbed
Chicago
her.
area.
Yeah, they stabbed her like 36 times. She lived.
Sacrifice to Slender Man.
Yeah, she's lived, but fuck me if you don't get stabbed 37 times, you'll be
Right?
paranoid
And
afterwards.
Slender Man didn't even make an appearance or comment on the matter at all. Dickhead.
He was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
You're killing each other. That's my job. I'm supposed to kill a kid."
Idiots. You
Dumbasses.
shun them.
And I remember the video game
quickest-
Slender, so that was dog shit.
The quickest way to get blacklisted by Slender Man is do his job for him.
He's like, no, he has a monopoly on the child murdering.
Yeah, it's his and his only. He's cornered the market.
Exactly.
Him and Jeff.
Him and Jeff. I don't even know. Jeff's just a fucking psycho, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not read up
And
on
we're
the
not
lore.
talking about Jeff Probst.
So yeah, stupid fear. You're dumb. Then we have a weird habit that at Alize.French's husband has. He hates any type of oil touching his skin. Which
Yikes! No one tell him about the oil on his skin already.
I know he would freak
Please.
out. But I guess like I feel sort of the same way. I don't like having oily hands.
Oh, it sucks.
It
sucks so bad.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Mostly because like I don't know what it is.
Well, because you
It's
can't
just-
get it off most of the time.
Yeah,
it takes
you-
forever.
Yeah, you have to use soap
takes
and water. You can't.
forever.
It's
Yeah.
using-
Soap and water. What a
It's
fucking burden,
It's
dude.
a double duty
God,
job, dude.
I hate washing my hands. Fuck that.
But
No, but like you get the right amount or the right kind of oil in the right circumstance, and it's just, if you ever have to go like without washing your hands, like you don't have hand sanitizer on you, and there's no water and soap nearby, and you have to like deal with that shit for a while.
it makes you a different person.
Yeah.
Not being able to use your hands.
Yeah, because you don't want to touch anything that's yours. You don't want to touch your phone. You don't want
Right.
to touch your face. You don't want to touch your glasses.
And then all of a sudden, every fucking part of you itches.
I know. you're
Because
just-
why wouldn't it?
I know. And all of a sudden, your glasses need to be readjusted. And all of a sudden, you just got a text, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. You just got
Oh.
oily-ass hands.
Ugh. It's happened to me so many times. But I do like the way lotion feels. Lotion feels great.
Yeah, lotion's different, right? Because
Yeah.
your skin takes that shit.
Yeah,
It's like, it's just yourself, I feel.
But oil is like an external. It's just
Yeah.
a layer of ugh. Maybe he's just really scared that someone's gonna light him on fire.
Oh, yeah, that's also another good fear as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Getting-
you never know what's going to happen. You never know, even when someone's accidentally going to light you on fire. You know,
Yeah.
someone else could be a dumbass and be mishandling shit. You don't want to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Exactly.
No reason for you to have oil on yourself.
There's no reason to have oil on. There, I wouldn't say
Unless
that.
you're wrestling.
Oh yeah, wrestling. You're nasty.
Oh, man. So, our last one is at Lane _B on Instagram. So his weird habit is he pinches himself on his big toe from time to time. Quote, just to feel something. Quote.
Lane, is everything okay? I love you.
You know, sometimes it's hard to feel stuff on your big toe. Have you ever tried that? Like just on the very edge?
Well, I mean, even then, like if I hit my toe, I still feel, pain.
Well, yeah, okay, hitting your toe is different than pinching it on the very side.
I mean, it depends how hard he's pinching.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Do you think he's trying to, like, pierce his toe every time he's going for it?
I guess not. But
Yeah.
I hope not. I don't know. But yeah.
How far do you go?
How far do you go? But that's, I mean, I wouldn't say I do the same thing, but, sometimes I'll do this. And, like,
What is that supposed to do?
I don't know. It's just, like, sometimes my hands can't go idle for too long.
What?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I go to get the whole hand things going, but I mean, do you like pinch yourself or do you slap yourself around? Like, what do you do?
No, I don't go that far.
Do you drink vinegar? What's
Yeah, what's your
what's
vice?
your MO here?
I guess my vice is the way of punishing myself is eating spicy food
eating spicy food.
because it burns so good.
What's your tolerance on spicy food?
Pretty fucking good, buddy.
Yeah, scale of 1 to 10.
I'd say I'm a solid 8.
I'd say I'm at 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9. It depends. Like I remember.
And I mean it.
Yeah,
I mean it.
Me,
You can test me on this, guys.
We ate the ghost pepper in high school, freshman
Yeah.
year. Remember? I mean,
That's
so
true.
that just unlocked the other levels. So that's how we leveled up.
It's a good flavor profile, right?
Yeah, we were in a boost lobby and just
Yeah.
boosted our tolerance levels real quick.
Alrighty, guys, that's the live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to hear your questions, comments, or responses, be sure to follow the Tame Mayhem accounts.
Or send it directly to me or George on our personal accounts at Mauro Romero02.
At _George Richard.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Love you guys. Bye.